good morning, or whenever you're watching this. This is Jen from tarotspirit.net. I am taping a reading for December 6th, so for Friday, because today's the 5th, right? Yep. It's Friday, December 6th. Yesterday I wrote November 5th, or in the title, so. It's like at work when I say, please see attached, and I never attach it. It happens a ridiculous amount. Let's get that one. Hope you're doing well. It's almost Friday. Ooh, it snowed. That one. Oh, these two. Okay, what's going on for Friday besides being Friday? Justice, balance. So Friday you may end the week on a bit of a high because you feel as though there may be something you'd been struggling with reaches a resolution that you're pleased with. Five of Wands. Yeah, so if there's any sort of conflict going on, this isn't anything huge or horrible, but it's annoying. I like to say those fives are like pebbles in your shoe. It's not a big deal unless you have to walk really far. You just need to reach down and get it out, or else it'll cause a lot of problems. So there's been like any fighting at work or bickering in the household and things like that. Residual stuff from the holidays, maybe. It looks like that's maybe getting resolved. Oh dear. Let me. So we have the Five of Swords. What's going on? So it's almost like we have the wands and the swords are all getting together and I don't know, but it looks like there's like infighting. Well, she's clearly like, you didn't listen to me. I told you not to do that, and now look what happened. And even the kitties are disagreeing. Maybe it's just been a long week. And okay, here's what I'm feeling a little bit. You know how, like, I'm a fire sign. So for the wands, I want to get stuff done. I want to do things. I don't want to talk about, I want to plan. But I'm ready to jump in the project. And by doing that, I figured out, like, I like to make an outline and then start filling things in. I need the big picture. But some people, like maybe these sword signs, they need, they're having a hard time because they're like, oh my God, it's such a mess. I need to figure out all the details first and then put it all together. So it could just be um, trying to accomplish the same thing, but two people have very different styles. And that's something really important to think about in all areas of your life, not even just work, but if you're working on a project in school with someone or just in your family, even with your kids. I'm thinking of the Myers-Briggs. It's just like astrology. Anything when you start, um, there are certain groups of people who tend to approach things in a similar way. And when I did my Myers-Briggs, I keep saying, sorry, still waking up. My Myers-Briggs training, I guess it is at work. I'm all right on the edge, but I'm an extrovert, and so it was like the extroverts and then the introverts. And before a meeting, it was fascinating to me because I don't want a 50-page document before a meeting to sift through and then hear about it. I want to hear about it and then get into the details as I need to, but I need to understand the big picture first. I just can't get into for me, it's like getting into all those details. I'm like, what's the whole, I need to see the big picture first. The introverts, it was so fascinating. They wanted that detailed written document ample time prior to the meeting so that they've read through everything and they're prepared. Yet at the same time, they don't tend to talk at the meetings. They want to then provide their feedback in writing later, where I'm like, let's sit down and talk this out and figure this out. So it's not right or wrong. It's just, so to think about, like, if you're a manager, for example, like she is, really think about all the different styles of your employees, and that you may need to present information to the group in several different ways, because they have several different ways of processing things. And this is the same with your kids, with coworkers, with friends, with family, to just have that understanding that not everyone thinks exactly the same as you do. And then when you can have that perspective, instead of being in it and just being so annoyed, you can start to bring balance back in, because you have a solution now once you sort of realize where everyone's coming from. And it's not just that they're being difficult, it's their brains literally function and approach things in a different way, and their comfort zone is very, very different. And once you start doing that, look at that Wheel of Fortune, things start to change. And then, interesting, maybe offers start coming in. People start seeing um, your skill in dealing with people. If you're a teacher, it would be really interesting. We already know and that boys and girls tend to. I'm not trying to gender type anyone, but it is just science that the boys tend to be more active, and the girls tend to be quieter, and it can be disruptive. And so to just think about and of course not everyone's like that, but to try to look for those patterns and to work with them, instead of everyone must fit into this box. I don't know what the hell I'm talking. I'm not a teacher, but I'm just thinking how you can apply this in other ways, and to try to go to work with people's tendencies. Okay, maybe all the introverts you can put them on their own individual project, pieces of a project, and they can work alone, quietly, and just be in all the details. And then the fire signs, you can throw them all in a group together, and they can talk it out and debate and figure it out, and come and they're going to work better being active and talking and things like that. So anyway, you get the picture. I hope you have a really great Friday, and it's the weekend, and I will see you at the next reading. Take care.